I want to introduce to you my book, Master Yourself. And I thought about doing a series of recordings or tapes about this book, explaining why so many people are liking this book so much, and it's helping so many people around the world. And the first thing that I'd like to talk to you is unconditional value. You know that our value is our most important treasure. Everyone needs to have self-esteem so that we are happy, we feel comfortable with our own image. But unfortunately, many people don't love themselves. Many people don't accept who they are. And how does it start? It starts in our childhood, generally through our relationship, mostly with our parents. When parents don't value themselves, they can't value their children either. If they don't have a good self-image, it's hard for them to show love, to respect their kids. So what happens is that these problems, the self-esteem problems, they go on from generation to generation. In other words, parents who don't value themselves, they will have children who don't value themselves too. So, if you are a parent, it's very important that you know yourself, that you learn to respect yourself, to have a good self-image. Because the more you love yourself, the more you raise your self-esteem, the more you are going to respect your children, to love them, to show them how unique, how special they are. But it's important to observe that sometimes we think that because we had problems in our childhood, we can't be happy, we can't have self-esteem. It looks like we are doomed to be unhappy the rest of our lives. It's not true. Other thing is that sometimes we think that we need to remember things that happened in our childhood, what we have gone through, the problems we had. Actually, we just need to understand ourselves. And I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what happened to me, because I had a very low self-esteem. I didn't love myself, I had depression, I had a very hard childhood, but I was able to overcome those problems, and even to the point of writing a book and helping others. So you can see that you can also learn to value yourself, to respect yourself, to overcome your problems. You are not doomed to be an unhappy person with low self-esteem. You can raise your self-esteem and love yourself. And one very important thing about self-esteem is that when we value everybody. It's impossible to value one person and to degrade another person. It's also impossible to value yourself and devalue other people. When you love yourself, you love everyone the same way. When you like yourself, when you have a good self-image, you respect other people as well. So sometimes we think that in order to value someone, we are going to need to devalue other people, to put other people down. But it's not true. It's impossible actually to devalue someone and then consider other people important. You see that the same way you see someone, you see everyone. So if you respect someone, if you respect yourself, you're going to respect everyone. I remember something really funny. When I was in Brazil one time, and I was walking the street with my family, and there was a bar that was being closed, and came a guy in his car. He asked the bartender to open the bar again for him, but the bartender didn't want to open the bar for him, and he got very upset, and he started cursing the bartender, but the bartender didn't change his mind. So he had to take his car again, and he drove a little more ahead, and there was another bar open. And he entered that bar, and there was a woman, a pretty woman. And when he saw that woman, he almost melted with being so polite, so nice to her. And I thought, wow, how can someone change so fast? In about 5 minutes, how can someone being so impolite to a bartender and then being so nice to a woman? But you see, that was a lie. Because let's imagine that he would marry that woman, he would have a relationship with her, and down the road, he would show who he really was. He would show that he doesn't have self-respect for people. So, it's impossible to have two measures for different people, because in some point, if we don't have respect, if we don't value the human being, it's gonna show in something that we do. But it's interesting that we are like a laboratory of self-esteem. We learn to value ourselves. We learn loving ourselves the way we are. And when we learn to love ourselves, we are automatically becoming better people. We are automatically becoming nicer to everyone. So you're going to see this, that as you increase your level of self-respect, you're going to respect everyone the same way.